Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's episode I have 4 Windows phones in my hand right now, which is an unusual amount to be holding at once, but I do have them, and I got all of this for only about 22 US dollars. Pretty insane, but there are reasons why each of these were so cheap. Now I bought it in bulk for $22, but well, we'll find out what issue each of them has. I mean, I already found out. I'll just show you guys. So, you can already notice that one has a cracked screen on it, but it's fine. These 3 are 640 LTEs. I accidentally opened that. They're 640 LTEs, and this one is some 520. It's kind of disgusting on the back. It is missing a camera button, and these volume sliders don't work because the tabs they have inside are basically gone, so you can't actually use this. But if you get a new case, I think it comes with new buttons and you can just put them and it'll work. That's not the only problem this 520 has. Now I think to start with, we'll just look at each of these conditions. So I already started talking about this one. This is disgusting. This has some like sticker residue and I don't know what. This is the USB port. It seems fine, except it's not, because it can't do data transfers. That is just not working, sadly, which does mean I can't jailbreak this thing or do anything with it, as a matter of fact. But whatever. I mean, I cared about these more than this, but this is just fun. I can't stop turning on the double tap to wake. Anyways, yeah, you got the Nokia, you got the camera, there's no flash and there's no selfie camera, and the screen is not cracked, which is nice, and all these buttons work. But what is not nice about the screen is there's this pink line going through it. As you can notice, it's running Windows Phone 8.0, which I do like. And opening it up over here, you get the home screen, and there are stuff on it, of course, because all of these were not wiped. Wipe your phone, guys, except if it's a Windows phone. First, backup valuable data, archive apps, backup MSN and store cache, and then wipe your phones. Anyways, whoops, don't want to open that. Yeah, so it's I like Windows Phone 8.0. It's pretty interesting. The whole touchscreen works. It's just this random pink line, and I can't hear anything because I can't change the volume, which is kind of sucks because it's on silent vibrating. But yeah, I can't do anything about that. You can see we got 17 store notifications, but when we open it up, there's nothing. It is just all black. It does say 17 updates, which I think we can press and it will show up with stuff. But yeah, other than that, you can't really do anything. In fact, let's try and press update all. It's gonna say waiting. It's not connected to the internet. I connected none of these to the internet yet. But because this is the only one with the broken data, I did bootloader unlock these 3 and back them up. Then I'm gonna wipe them. I just wanted to explore some stuff on here with you guys. Obviously not personal stuff, but yeah, I can't connect to the store. And I mean, we got the OK Garmin, and we got something there, music and videos, which I like. It's nice. Do they have any music and videos? Music, no. Videos, also no. Radio, what is this? No antenna. So it's just the radio function. Oh, that's nice. Games, let's open up games. What they got? Nothing, no games. But we saw an Angry Birds thing, because apparently this is not a game. Yeah, this is an app, an Angry Birds app, which I had no idea this existed. I only found out about this because of this. I have no idea if this is even backed up. Like, this app is even backed up. I have like no idea, because as far as I know, it's not. And there's also other people that I've shown this to is like, what is this app? I've never saw it before. So you got news, downloads for ringtones and wallpapers, videos, an angry cam, which, okay, so it opened the file picker like for the photos, and these are the Windows Phone 8 stock photos. Nice 8 album. Let's put this footballer. What can we do with this? Okay, add. Select your character. Error in retrieving characters. Alright, so this does nothing basically. It needs to be connected to some server, and then the shop. And the leaderboards, ooh, from angrybirdsnest.com. Okay, and then games. But that's it. I mean, it's a pretty interesting app. Let's see what's in there about. It's a, yeah, pretty cool app. Sad that none of it works, and I can't back this up because of the data port being dead. We got the AccuWeather app, which is archived, But let's just look at it anyways. Can't connect to the server. That's lovely. Anyways, let's go and see what else there is here. Nothing else, I think. Just Nokia Care, Nokia Music, Nokia Express. Wow, that's nice. But other than that, everything else, not worth it. Let's just close this and we're done with the 540 for now. Let's take a look at this first 640 that we have. And if you guys know, I had a 640 XL, I still do, it's in my box, but it's bricked, and because it's a 3G model, not like these LTEs, when it's bricked you can't recover it. So that's been gone since 2022. So I've had strong feelings towards 640s, but not gonna lie, they're not that bad of phones. They're just mid-ranges, so if you want to have a nice high-end experience, get a high-end. But if you want to get a mid-range, or you don't mind a mid-range, or if it's a good price, like how it was for me, go for it. Now this 520 is more on the low end, but yeah, anyways. Let's turn this on. It's got an always on display, as you saw. It's got glance screen, it's got glance LTE, because all of these are LTE screens as far as I can tell. I know these three are, but this one just looks like it is. So you can see we got some lovely cash, MSN cash, and that's why I was backing them up. And we got some store notifications, but unfortunately when I try to open the store, it'll tell me, nah, you can't do that. What I can do though is you can see these stuff say attention required, so when I press on that, it does take me to the store updates page, which is pretty nice. So I can actually press settings on here, and that's pretty cool. And you got all these apps that want to be updated but they can't be updated, which is interesting. And then no history or anything because the MSN accounts deleted, the MSN accounts were disappeared from this. Anyways, let's open the sports app, and because I, again, not connected to the internet, it will just load the cache from offline. So this has been since a long time ago, like we have no idea, but look at this old news. Wow. All these old news, old sports news. You got Ronaldo, bro, he looks so young in this. What? Let me just zoom in right there. That's such a young Ronaldo. That's how old this is, damn. And then these two don't even have pictures. Right, this was showing something before when I last tried. Why is my camera being blurry right now? Yeah, it was showing something before, and I did record that, so I'll put an image on screen. But anyways, we got teams and my sports, but yeah, none of these open. So that's it for sports, but I did back these up like I said, and that cache will be useful to fix sports even more, because sports is actually one of the most lacking MSN revival apps, because it just had no cache and no archive, because I guess nobody really used the sports app for MSN. But the more cache you donate for MSN sports, then the more it can be fixed. And I'm talking about New Retiled right here, and once New Retiled has gone to a really good state on both phone and desktop, I will make a video about it, and I really did want to make it for a long time, so I hope I can make it soon. Okay, moving on, we have the news app, and the news app is actually very interesting because it has old news. The hero though didn't save like the other one in sports. Anyways, let's just take a focus on this. So we have some US news, some news of this. This seems to be opened. Is it archived? It is. Wow, 2017. That's crazy. Wow, look at this, some war news and stuff like that. Wow. So that's pretty nice cache. Anyways, what do we got? Australia. Nice, Australian news. So this phone has belonged to Australia, it seems. Got business news, more sports news, but all of these pictures are not showing up. We got videos showing up here instead of its own section, which is interesting because on the current MSN retiled, new retiled, yeah, we got it on our own section. Anyways, some sources, which is cool. Can I open any of these? I assume it's not gonna let me. And that doesn't show anything. Okay, whatever. And then topics, and then that's it. But yeah, pretty interesting. That's some old news right there. Anyways, is there anything in the OneNote that isn't personal? Nah. I checked the OneNote on this and it had an address, so I'm definitely not showing that. But that was the only note in there. There are no maps, offline maps on any of these, by the way, except one thing. There is map cache. So if I do open up maps, I forgot which phone it was, maybe all of them. Let me just see. Oh, okay, this phone never had it set up, so it's definitely not this phone. But yeah, let's take a look. This one has also some photos on it, which I'm not going to show. But let's take a look at these MSN apps. So Money, I know, had cash because I opened it and it did this. And there's nothing else except one thing. This. I mean, this doesn't count because this is just on the app. But this is charts. We don't have charts yet. So this is actually really good. It's good cash. So yeah, I'm going to donate this. So that's very nice. I'm glad I checked, though I think the rest of these 3 have not been set up. Yeah, it's not even set up. Okay, what else do we got on here? Maybe some games? Do you got games? No games. And there are contacts, a lot of contacts in all of these. And again, I'm not showing that. But there's also some emails. And again, I'm not showing that. But look, it's Exchange, Microsoft Exchange. And you got messages. Is there a web page saved on here? There is. It's some check-in thing. Oh, and there's a lot of stuff. Oh, there's a boarding pass. Wow. I'm not showing this stuff. There's YouTube. What? Okay, I can show this part now. Look, there's that old YouTube. That's so nice. That's the old YouTube UI. I like that. Anything in other? No. Okay. Yeah, you got some PDF, some boarding pass, like I said, some map thing called Where Is. That's cool. Very nice. Unfortunately, I couldn't show this on camera, but at the same time, I want to respect the previous owner's stuff. And these all, yeah, they came from the same seller, but they were not all from the same person. You gotta remember that. And I think that's all we can really look at for this phone. Like, can I open here? Is here set up? Maybe because I opened the Bing Maps. Yeah, this wasn't even set up. Okay. Here Drive, maybe? Maybe this was working? No? Okay, they didn't use any of these navigation. But that's fine. And let's just see if they have any music on this. And you even got radio in here, which, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Signed in subscribers only. That is nice, a radio. Which isn't on the version I have for some reason. But yeah, no music. Which is sad. Oh wait, was there music? Showing all music? No, nothing? Okay, that's just empty? Sure, bro. What about videos? Do you got any TVs? Oh, I'm gonna check podcasts, definitely. You got anything? No, nothing? Okay. Podcasts, let's see. And nothing. Unless there's in the collection, so yeah, nothing in there. So that's it for this 640, but I forgot to tell you guys what's wrong with it. It is perfect condition. It is absolutely perfect. It has one tiny issue. The inside of this is cracked. So I don't know if you can see it. By the way, I can't see this in real life, but that's the just the sensor. I think that's to check for the always on display, which is pretty interesting. Let me cover that and you'll see this will probably turn off. Yep, there you go. So yeah, that's just the sensor to check, and there you go, it turned back on. But yeah, I don't know if you can see this on camera. I might have to zoom in a lot over here. It's cracked. And that's super upsetting because everything else about this device is perfect. Everything works. It is not cracked. It is not any screen defect. It's everything perfect. It's just that, which is just disappointing. And I'm gonna show you guys what I mean by opening up the camera, which is Lumia camera. Yeah, that's it. I'm not covering the camera, by the way. That's me covering it. This is the camera. This is what you will see. That's it. It is that destroyed on the inside, which is just so bad because everything else works, like I said. Anyways, it's fine. Moving on to the next one. And this is not broken. This is not broken. Nothing else here is broken. And you will probably see what I mean by broken when I turn it on. Now there is some image on here, which is a drawing of a baby and somebody holding the baby. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know if that's something religious or just some random picture, but okay. What do we got here? We got some news over there and some contacts with two photos that don't look personal because one of them is a picture of a landline and the other one is a picture of a wall that's decorated. But yeah, again, store, cash, and then you got news. There was some contacts here and stuff, but I unpinned them. But it's nice to see people pin the contacts. We can access the store again by doing this, and you can see what I mean by screen defect. They're just white lines and stuff. That is so disappointing because, again, otherwise it would have been perfect. Whatever. These are asking to update, and there's no update because it's dead. The store is dead. But let's see, they got Skype, which they never set up because I opened that, and if we open up money, I don't think this was ever set up either. Yeah, or it might have been because I don't know what that means. Whatever. Let's open up the weather. Does it have any weather? It does not have any weather. Why didn't people use MSN Weather? It was such a good app. Anyways, news. Boom, we got a hero page. This person is facing 5 years in Cambodian jail. In fact, let's look at the dates of this. Can I open any of these? Will they show me the dates? Let's press on this. Yeah, that's not gonna load. Alright, we don't know, but there are some clues. Look at this, a Stan Lee news article. And this means this was probably 2017, 2018. This is what my friend told me. I know nothing about Stan Lee, but my friend is a big Marvel fan. He's a big Spider-Man fan, but anyways, yeah. He told me what that means, so we can assume these were like around the same time. So, looking through, we got some even more stuff and some more things. And this really funny looking ball on the head. Why was that picture taken? Why not? Okay, we got some more video stuff. Anyways, we also got some sources and no topics, but at least we got a hero page. Let's get out of here and check out more things. I'm gonna look in the OneNote. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but on here, the Messages app has text, a lot of texts, and it's nice to see people using the actual Messages app. I mean, obviously back then, everybody used SMS. There is something here. There's one thing. This one I can show. This was a 2018 annual leave. Oh yeah, okay. 2017, 2018, this was when this one was last used. 12th March to 18th March, question mark June, 1 week, 17 December to 30 December. So that is nice that that was there. Oh, and you got pages, pager numbers, and other. Okay, yeah, that has some stuff that I'm not gonna show. Okay, what else do we got? Let's see if this person has some podcasts. I bet you they don't. Yeah, they don't. That's sad. Okay, let's just check. Okay, yeah, now that's sad. Let's open up these, and we got music, maybe? I don't think so anymore. No songs. This one just says showing. At least that one says showing music. Well, why is that broken? Again, just to be safe, we'll check video, which again probably doesn't have anything. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now let's see if this will have working maps. Let me just see if this won't show a location. I don't want it to show a location, like a sensitive location. Okay, yeah, it does have a previous location. Let me just move away from it a little bit, or a lot, and show you guys. Wow, the maps. That is nice. Can we zoom in? That big chunk is gone if I zoom in. But some chunks are not. You got Harry Kirby Park and a bunch of roads. There are no offline packages. Like if I go to download maps. Oh, update current maps? What is this? What do we have? What? Hello? Resuming? What packages do I have? Anyways, it's not concerning because we don't know how to extract these anyways. We don't know how to extract the map packages and put them in new phones. That's what I mean. Don't want to spend too much time on maps, and I bet you they don't have any games either. Why is nobody in these phones fun? Come on, have games. At least this one had an Angry Birds app. Come on. What is this? Let's check alarms. I don't know, we didn't check alarms on these. Oh, we got alarms. None of them have interesting names though. Oh, this one has Spark. So at 9 a.m. Tuesday, they had to spark. What about this one? Do you have to spark as well, or nope, nothing? Let's keep looking. Ooh, health and fitness. Did they ever use health and fitness? They probably didn't. Ooh, they did. Unless this is the version of the app that lets you have offline stuff. The fitness and medical don't show errors, but interesting. Nothing. There's nothing here, guys. So let's just get out. And I guess food and drink. Did they even have food and drink? They did. Did they use food and drink? Travel is my most favorite, and then food and drink is my second most favorite. I think my third most favorite is weather, and then fourth is news, and then fifth is sports. Sixth is health and fitness. Is there a seventh? Did I miss something? Seventh is probably money. I don't think I mentioned money. I think that's all of them. But yeah, that's my ranking of the MSN apps, guys. There you go. And I think that's literally it. There's nothing else to show on this phone. I'm not going to show the messages. I'm not going to show the call history or anything because there's a bunch of stuff there, a bunch of contacts. But there are no social media accounts on here or anything like that. We're going to close this up and move on to the next phone. And this one does have a problem that is very obvious, and it is this one with the cracked screen. And everything else looks good about it. So we're gonna open it up, and we're gonna again open it up, and let's just see. This is weird. You're probably thinking that as well. There is a calendar, a phone, the people app, messaging, CPL, and voicemail. And this email does not open. I tried, it doesn't open. But voicemail is interesting because I think if I press on that, you call it or you text it. That's it. So it's pretty weird. It's not an actual voicemail thing. They got Adobe Acrobat Reader. Unfortunately, what I did do was open it without looking twice, right? And it said new, which means it was installed by the store. So that's kind of sad. I missed that opportunity to show. Again, we got some store stuff, I think, because pressing on this brings us here. And it wants to update a bunch of stuff again. So that's nice. Let's just get out and just look around. Do they got food and drink? I don't think I pressed FM radio. I might have by accident. Money. Do you got money? No money. Yo, hashtag relatable right there. Because after I just spent 80 on this, I mean not 80, 80 dirhams, like around $22. But you got a Music Match app, which is cool. But I don't think there's anything on here because when I press my music, nothing loads. So they didn't have any music on here. They probably streamed it or something. Let's open the news app. Do we got news? They don't even got news, guys. This person did not use this for anything other than work, which is apparent because look at this start screen. And they used it on light mode as well, which is interesting because I haven't seen a light mode user from back then. I mean, nowadays I've seen some Windows Phone users use light mode, some being a tiny fraction, but I've never seen one from back in the day. So this person actually used light mode, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. That's nice. Do we got anything on here though? We got some documents in the Office app, that's for sure. I checked, but nothing would open, and it's probably for the better. So, I mean, pretty cool to hear that, you know, people would actually use this as a work phone. I mean, that was very self-explanatory from the fact that this was a phone used by a lot of people back then, but it's still surprising to me, you know, seeing phones in their state that they were used so many years ago instead of just coming to me fresh. So I did want to record a video on this just to show, like, that's pretty cool, you know. We got some stuff from back in the day that haven't been used, you know, after a certain date. So we got, you know, old stuff on here, old news, and nothing has been reset. Ooh, we got 2 alarms. Nothing with a funny name though, that's fine. But yeah, you guys can see that, and maybe you can understand why I find this so interesting. I am gonna reset these. I don't know about this one. I don't want it to randomly brick during the reset process after I press reset my phone in the settings, because I can't do anything about that if it dies. I think it was this one that had the weird noise. So instead of the normal text notification noise, you would have some weird noise, and that's how I saw the texts from the notifications. I'm like, oh, there's text, okay. But let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. So I'm turning it back on right now, and you're gonna see it's gonna come up with the text. If it doesn't, I might have to take out the battery. So if we're just gonna pay attention here, and now I'm showing this because it first comes up with the Windows Phone text, the default one, but that's the only thing I'm gonna show you guys because the other ones have names and numbers and stuff that I don't want to show on here. So let's just see. Oh, did you see the Windows logo go on the Microsoft logo? What? That was, I never seen that do that before. I got some Telstra 4GX. Okay, yeah, we need to take out the battery. So let me just switch this off. Come on, switch off. Ah, man, that was the text. That was the noise though. You guys heard the noise. That was such a weird noise. It did scare me the first time. Like, what is that noise? It's annoying. Why would you have that as your notification noise? It just hurts your ear. Anyways, it's going to sleep, whatever. Okay, so like other than that, I think the last thing I want to say is they're like basically the same size as my 930, which is funny. I am gonna reset the 3 of these. I might reset the 4th one, but we never know. But anyways, that is it for this video. For $22, I got these 4 Windows phones, which is just crazy because it's hard to find Windows phones these days, especially for good prices like this. There are slight things about them, like this cracked screen, the cracked camera, and the lines on the screen. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. I mean, this one is just the most annoying one because the volume doesn't work. That is gone. That falls out. I mean, all of these fall out. The pink line on the screen, the data port not working. You know, if the data port worked, I would not care about anything else. It would just have been nice to have this. I like that it's this tiny Windows phone that is super small. It's like the size of an iPhone 5, and it's not turning on. I have to. It did this before and it scared me. I have to replace the battery inside. Not replace, like it's a removable cover thing, so you take the battery out and you put it back in. So like that. When you take this off though, these fall out, which is not fun, but it's easy to just shove them back anyways, so whatever. At least the power button works. That's all I can ask for. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.